In chair number 1, it'll be William Thomas, FpvMaverick from Anchorage, Alaska. Chair 2, it'll be danboymanboy, Dan Mahoney from Anchorage, Alaska. MrGeekFPV, that'll be Buckley Clark from Anchorage, Alaska. They're sitting in the positions of the season totals for points going into this round. So that is your seeding, so to speak, and the seeding as they go into this round. We're getting a few more things sewn up as the Pioneer Peak sun has moved from left to right throughout the day, and we're enjoying some beautiful autumn weather to finish up this season with. We've had a little bit of an award ceremony out here, and it's just about time to call it a season and turn indoors for the rest of the year. So just getting a few more things set up with the scoring computer to make this official on the Multi-GP site, and we'll be underway with championship racing here at Multi-GP Alaska Drone Racing League. And so the rules have been put out here, a little bit different than what they've been doing throughout the season. Not a whole lot different, but what they're going to be doing is no penalty for crashing anymore. It's all based on multi-GP scoring techniques. It's going to be points, laps only. So as many laps as these guys can get in those 2 minutes, just like they did in the regional qualifiers. And whoever gets the fastest time outside of that is the victor. So we're going to award the 10 points, 6 points, 4 points to keep track of that throughout the race. But you get your 10 points by completing basically the most laps. And outside of the most laps, if it's a tie for that, it'll be the best time through those laps. So we got our 3 champions out there at the flight line, or the podiums. They're the start gates, getting their quads set up and ready to go. And they will be making their way back to get this thing started. Nobody really wants to finish this day here, as it's just been a spectacular day out here at Jim Creek RC Park. You can see the sun has moved off to the right side of Pioneer Peak, and there's still some nice day left out here. So there may be actually some fun flying left to go, and these guys, once they're done with all this thing, this is a die-hard bunch. It's all about the love of drone racing, and there sure is a lot of that going on right now. The 3 top pilots in the Alaska Drone Racing League are taking their places right now. It should be Billy, Danboy, and Geek. So FpvMaverick with a last-minute issue with his quad there, working back out. We'll afford them all the time that they're going to need, because this is the championship race. There's no DQing on points right now. Of course, if the quad does irreparably break, then there's nothing you can do about that. That'll put you out of the race altogether. So FpvMaverick now with his quad fixed up, he's making his way back to the flight line. A lot of excitement out here on the track here, this being the final race series of the season. Okay, so we've got spotters. The racers are ready to go. We've got spotters, and now just about ready to start.
On the tone. Let's race.
And here we go. It's called by Wes Frymouth. The start is underway, and we've got already danboymanboy into a gate. Mr. Geek also into a gate. It's FpvMaverick now owning the skies as he's in the course. All he has to do is keep the throttle forward, and he's got this first race of 3 sewed up. Danboymanboy back in the air. Mr. Geek working hard to get that thing back going as well. FpvMaverick racing through the gate now, tallying his first lap. It'll come in under 25.496 seconds. Danboymanboy considerably back there, just going through the split S and now into the corkscrew. Mr. Geek is down and out still, so it's a 2-man race right now. That'll make a big difference going forward. FpvMaverick finding a little bit of trouble out there as well. So we'll come back to Mr. Geek if we get that back in the air. Right now, it's FpvMaverick solidly out in the lead. And the last one, a 24.525 second lap. danboymanboy keeping the pace going, probably trying to keep it fairly safe. Right now, it's not a matter if you crash. It's just a matter of how many laps you can get. So really, it's all about time and laps. No holding back on this thing. 33 seconds left on this race. FpvMaverick still holding a commanding lead going down the backstretch. And Mr. Geek looks like he is going to have to cede this race at the very least. It's not looking too good for him. FpvMaverick now into the corkscrew. Coming around into the starting complex once again. danboymanboy finding some trouble out there. So really FpvMaverick's race to have right now. Putting 10 points is going to make a big dent in this whole thing. And danboymanboy, as the bell rings, hits the gate, but still has race left in him. If he wants to add another lap, he certainly can. But it's FpvMaverick who is going to finish his lap. That will be 5 laps for him to danboy's 3 laps. And he'll finish it up to finish that 4th lap because he has 1 minute to get it back in the air. Indeed, he does have it back in the air. So we'll follow him through the split S. It's looking pretty solid in the racing of the course. True, pretty smooth racing. These guys have refined their skills throughout the season. And there he is, danboymanboy, pulling out 4 laps in that one.
Pilots, retrieve your quads.
The race is completed.
So 1 race down. So FpvMaverick pulling out the first blood of the championship race there. It's 5 laps for him. danboymanboy, we're not looking at time, so that is irrelevant right now. And looking at laps first, points, laps first, it's 5 laps to 4 laps to danboymanboy, 10 points to 6. Mr. Geek not getting anything in that one, so that's where we're looking right now going into the championship standings.